Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. So I am starting this vlog in the car. Lots to do, lots to talk about today. So I just got the big kids dropped off at school. It was a good morning. I got my new Bible study done. I will show you that in a little bit when we get home. The girls got their new Bible study done. I will share that as well. You can also see those in a video that I have coming out. If it's not out already, it's going to come out right around this one, either right before or right after. And it's going to be about the ways that we keep faith in our home and how I'm trying to always encourage that in the little ways, but also the big things that we do. So you can look for that if you're interested, and I will be talking about these specifically, but I'll show you real quick today as well. So I'll show you our new Bible studies, but we got both of those done. Breakfast was made, eaten, cleaned up, put away. I taught my classes this morning. Everybody's up and going, so it is quite a day. I will say we had a really rough morning, like right after midnight morning, where it's still like nighttime in your mind. Abigail got up at 2:15 crying, and it woke up Teddy. So I brought her into my bed and brought him in and got everybody settled down, and he went back to sleep pretty quick, but she did not. So then I got up around, I think 3:45. She still wasn't asleep yet. So I got up and I just went out in the hall for a minute, and it woke up Isabel. So then she tried to come in, and I put her back in her bed. And when I put her back in her bed, we were super quiet. But when I did, I think just walking in there, it woke up Addison. And so then she tried to get ready for school, and I had to tell her no. So by this point, it's 4 o'clock, and I did not have my first class today. I didn't book for some reason. It usually does, but it didn't. So I had a little extra time. So when I went downstairs, Abigail was the only one that was still awake, so I thought. But then I heard little feet upstairs and found out later that Michael had Abigail trying to get her to go to sleep still, and Isabel came back in like the second that I went downstairs to work, like she was waiting for that, and she went and got back in. So by the time I got up and got done teaching this morning, everybody was up. So I just said, you know what, this is Mama's quiet Bible time. So I read while I nursed Teddy, and everybody else just kind of very quietly did their own thing, and it worked out. But I'm anticipating lots of sleepy children and an early bedtime tonight, so there's that. We are home now. I've got my groceries. I'm going to show you what I got today. They were not able to fill 2 things today, and there was a substitution as well. What they were not able to fill was the Mexican style rotel. I was really wanting to try that one because I heard how good it was, but they couldn't fill that. They didn't even sub it out. And sweet potatoes, which is actually for a dinner. We're gonna have sweet potatoes. So they wanted to sub that out with regular potatoes, and I said no to that sub. So they weren't able to fill the sweet potatoes, so I'll have to go out and get those. I'll probably go in a couple of days though, on Tuesday. So that's not a couple days, that's tomorrow. Today's Monday. Okay, so I'll probably go and get those on Tuesday. But here is what I got for groceries. Here is our grocery haul. This will last about a week. Some of it will last a little bit longer, but it'll pretty much be a week. So we'll start over here with the meats. I got some Black Forest ham for lunches. That's just in case the girls don't want school lunch one day, or for the littles to have at home. So we've got some Black Forest ham. I have a big thing of pepperoni here because we're going to be making pizza, and honestly, this is probably going to just get used and then go in the freezer for whatever's left for future pizza nights. And I've got some stew meat for a crock pot dinner, chicken, because I always need to have chicken around. I always throw chicken in whenever we're just kind of running late or something. Always use chicken, but I was running low on chicken, and I do have several chicken dinners planned. So I've got some chicken breasts right there for some dinners and lunches alike. This was one of the subs. I just wanted the regular lemonade, and they subbed out black cherry, but I went, well, she can try it. That's for Abigail. Occasionally Michael will have that in his water. And then I picked up some of these crystallized lemon True Lemons just because I was curious what they were like. So I picked up some of those just to see. We've got some Texas toast. That's to have on the side with one dinner. I may or may not have that depending on what else I've had that day. But for the kids, a little extra carbs, and everyone loves garlic bread. I got mushrooms to put in. I did get the pre-sliced ones because it was on sale for the same amount as getting just whole mushrooms, and this way I don't have to slice them. Saves me a little time. 2 blocks of mozzarella cheese. I will be shredding these up for pizzas. Sweet peas, that is for one of the crock pot dinners. Then also for crock pot dinners, 2 bell peppers, 2 yellow squash, and a zucchini. And so these I'm probably going to dice and toss in my freezer right now because they'll cook up the same when they're getting actually cooked. Obviously eating fresh doesn't work quite the same, but getting frozen and then thrown in a crock pot dinner, they cook up the same. I got a tomato because my tomato froze and I like those on my sandwiches. I was out of a couple seasonings, so I got a big container of basil, and then I also got a Mrs. Dash. This one is the onion and herb. That'll be in several of my crock pot meals as well. 2 boxes of the Almond Bliss 1 bars. Those are my favorites. They taste like Almond Joys. Then Abby's over here helping me out with the cans. We have a lot of Italian style and regular stewed tomatoes, and then tons of beans. Cannellini beans, chili beans, red beans, Great Northern beans, white beans. That's navy also, they're called. So there's those. 2 jars of pasta or pizza sauce. I know these aren't the cleanest sauces, but they were the cheapest and the easiest ones to grab, so I did get those. I got some organic tortilla chips. That's actually to go on the side of one of the crock pot dinners. And so I wasn't actually sure what my family would like because we don't eat this kind too often, but these were on sale. They were organic. I felt really good about feeding them to my family. So I got white and blue corn. So I thought maybe we'll mix it up and do both and see who likes what. It's not like they won't get eaten in my house anyways. Then I'll be honest, the one thing I really have not mastered, and I really, hi Teddy, I really wish I could master this, but I haven't yet, is pizza crust. My pizza dough always just tastes so bland, and it just does not cook up quite right. But I've heard these Bobolis are pretty good, and a lot of people that I know that eat clean eat Boboli crust if they don't make their own. So I thought we'd give it a shot, and I got a thin crust and an original crust. So that's 2, and then I actually have a thin crust out in the freezer I had gotten on clearance somewhere. So I will have 3 because it'll take probably 3 of these to feed my family. So there's those, and then of course,
because she has 5 kids and a father
Yeah, 5 kids and a father. So there's 7 of us. So unsweetened applesauce, that is something that we'll have for lunches, dinners, snacks. A lot of people will have this for snack in my family. So we get the unsweetened applesauce, and I got 4 for the week. And finally, last but not least, is uncoated paper plates, and these are actually not to eat on. We don't do paper products pretty much. That's a general rule around here. But I got these for preschool. Lots of painting and crafting, and there's 100, and only the 2 kids are making a craft right now. Teddy's not quite old enough. He's old enough to crawl on my groceries, but not old enough to make the crafts yet. So this should last me quite a long time. All right, say that's our grocery haul.
Wait.
Okay, what do you want to show off, Izzy?
What's this?
Those are blue corn tortilla chips. Do they look yummy?
Yeah.
It is now 1 o'clock exactly. I finally have all 3 kids down for nap. It's funny, you know, I think they were just so overtired that even though I put them down early, it still took them a while to fall asleep. So they are down. I put the meatballs together. I did double that recipe, and I guess I reread the package. I guess I was moving too fast, to be honest. I was just trying to get stuff done. So that package of ground turkey that I got from Costco was 1.5 pounds each. So when I doubled the recipe, I actually ended up tripling it with the meat, but not everything else. However, the first batch of meatballs is sticking together just fine. They cooked up great, they stuck together fine, so I'm sure it'll be okay for tonight. The only thing is that it made like huge meatballs, so it is taking me a really long time to get the meatballs cooked all the way through. It's more like a little patty, which I really think actually that's how it's supposed to be. When I reread the recipe, it's like it wants you to cut the slider buns and put lettuce or spinach on there and like put one meatball on each slider bun. So I think it's meant to be bigger anyways, but regardless, it'll be fine for tonight. We're just trying something new and that's fine. I don't actually make meatballs too often. I'm gonna talk to you while I load my dishwasher, by the way. I don't make meatballs too very often, but I decided to give it a try in the idea of keeping things healthy. So that way I knew what was going into them and that I approved of the ingredients and all of that. So it doesn't hurt to try it out and see. There are a couple things that I feel like are basic and I have never mastered: meatballs and pizza crust. Those two things I've never mastered. Everything else I figured out how to make like really well and it turns out delicious. But those two things, for some reason, I just can't do it. Do you guys have something that seems like it should be simple and you just can't quite get it to be right? That's how I feel about those two things. So I also started prepping some vegetables for the week and for my freezer. So I've got, let's see, I know I kind of showed you this, but I shredded up some carrots right there. This is 2 yellow squash diced up, that's for dinner. Zucchini diced up, that's for dinner. These are yellow and green peppers, also for a dinner in the crock pot this week. Then this handiest, coolest little tool ever is this right here. And it's a crinkle cutter. Coolest thing ever. So worth the money because the kids eat these up like crazy. This is a regular carrot, which they would not eat. My kids are picky. I crinkle cut this. They think it's amazing and they dip it and eat it. So what can I say? That's what my kids do. Then I've used up 2 packs of this on the meatballs, and then I've got 2 more packs, which I'm gonna brown up tonight, probably like during dinner when we're eating or shortly thereafter. I'm probably going to brown these up, and I have 2 more pounds in my fridge, and so those are for other dinners this week. But in the spirit of getting things out of my fridge and into the freezer or wherever, and meal prepping today, I'm just going to get those. I guess this would be like 3 pounds because it's about 1.5 pounds each. So I'm going to get those and then the 2 in the fridge all done up this evening. So that's done. So that's most of my vegetables done. My turkey will all be done at that point. Okay, we are home from our after school errands. The kids went to the library. Everyone is super tired, which is no big surprise after being up all morning. The littles actually did take a really good nap, but I am thinking about what I'm doing. I'm gonna get dinner together. So I got some slider buns, and on my last Walmart order, they subbed for these. They're sweet Hawaiian slider buns, but they come in little packs like this that just break apart and are already pre-sliced. I've never gotten these before, so that's like really cool. So I'm just gonna arrange them in my pan here. Again, I've never had these, so this is totally different for me anyways, in terms of how they'll fit. Yeah, did you? And then here's the meatballs.
The kids have meatballs in the mom.
Some of us are having spinach. It froze and then I thawed it out, but it'll be fine for baking it. Oh, I guess I better take my tops off. Okay, here's how the sliders turn out. some have spinach and some do not for the different preferences in our house. And then this is the salad. Okay, I think that's gonna be it for today. I think I'm gonna end it here. So thanks for watching, guys. Remember, hit subscribe and a thumbs up if you would like to stick around and see more. And I love to connect with you, so leave me a comment down below and I will see you in the comment section. See you next time. Bye.